Paul's having technical difficulty, so
He looks ridiculous.
he forwarded this wonderful photograph of himself to put in his square while we wait for him to get on board live.
Ollie, talk to us.
Hey, I'm here.
What if that's how you are the whole show?
It'd be great.
Can you put a hat on you?
You can do anything you want.
You know what I wish I could do is every time he spoke, that mouth moved up and down. That
And hey, can I ask a question? Pretend I wrote in. You guys, I'm going to start off with a question. May I ask why we don't have the music anymore at the front of our podcast?
I just can't find it. I go to intros.
Are you serious? Is that the actual
Yeah,
answer?
it is actually.
Well, we came to Paul was simulating the music that the company puts in when they edit the show together. So to make us comfortable, Paul puts it on his little phone, and we hear it going, but we know that that's not even going to be
I love it.
played. It's the normal intro is putting it over that, but it gets you into the mood of that intro, you know?
Yeah, I feel weird just jumping in sometimes, and
I know. It's just that it's so deep, and there's so many intros under italicized, and I just can't find the one. Maybe I accidentally deleted it. That could
maybe
be.
you did.
Well, that's.
I want to say one other thing. I know I'm hogging the show, but look, because we normally do this in the afternoon, I am in the dark, and I put on every light I had, so I have to have these candles tonight because we're doing it at night. So if you're wondering,
it is getting darker out here too.
Yeah, I was like, Paul and I were on a little early, and we were like, why is it so dark? Well, because it's nighttime, y'all. Bob, what's going on this podcast today? What is or is not happening?
Clearly, there's no guest. And so let's get into it.
Very good.
Now, so we're going to do
let's do it.
We're going to get into the gigs first because, we want to always acknowledge to the poor fella that hates this segment, just go get him some water, whatever you do when you don't want to listen, because here they come. Now, next in line for the Cowsills is the cruise, the Flower Power cruise, which is March 23rd to March 30th, going all over the world. Well, some parts of the world, I don't know. So that's coming up. We're going to do 3 shows. We're on the whole week.
I love the cruise.
The whole week. We're on the whole week. So we're excited about that. After that, it's April 15th. Paul, where are we April 15th?
Virginia.
With Lou Christie. Lightning strike. That guy. And then,
Right.
Sunday, April 16th.
The next day.
We hop individual airplanes because we don't want to fly together anymore to where are we going? To Westerly, Rhode Island. So that means
we're going to Westerly.
We're going into Providence, Baltimore, and Boston. We don't want to land at the airport anymore either. So, and playing in Westerly, Rhode Island, a trio truly unplugged show. We will do some, we can do lend a hand. Look, we'll get into some fun things. It's just going to be some singing and whatnot there. That's April. In the summer, we got our first official Happy Together tour itinerary. The very first one we get, we're going to get about 2 more as they add dates. And the very first one,
they're going to kill us,
has 60 cities on it right now. 60 is a record. Last year, it's amazing. It's like, we think last year they were just saying, no more, too many. But
we probably have maybe 6 more good years left with Happy Together.
6 more good years? Well, I don't know, Susan.
Let's do some math.
Okay, well, I think in 6 years, if that's true, it's still going for a 6th year. It's, ladies and gentlemen, the Happy Together tour starring the Cowsills and stars of the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Look. I'd be, I'm going to be 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. I'd be 70.
Well, don't you see what that means?
Yes. Look, Paul looks like a magic act. He looks like Rick Thomas making birds come out of his hands.
Paul, this is a good picture of you.
Paul, look at you.
Susan, if you're 70, everybody else, if you're 70, everybody else is near death on that.
Okay? I know, I'm the youngest. That's why.
And we've all dropped the song's 2 keys now, and the audience dropped, and And when we bring our own curtains to curtain off the part of the audience in the back that isn't there anymore.
It's
Correct.
going to be great. But look, that's not happening. What we're saying is we're going to be in Wheeling, West Virginia, then we're going to Westerly, then we're going on Happy Together tour.
60 cities. Yep, it's going to be incredible. Yeah, it's amazing.
Shoot me now.
And it goes to September 3rd. Holy mackerel. And we are
It's going to be pretty exciting, though.
We are returning to Branson, Missouri.
Yeah, crazy.
I wonder what theater.
In the Encore Theater.
Encore. Okay.
I have a remembrance because I drove around in Branson a lot, and I can see it in my mind's eye, but I can't see it other than that. So I won't be trying to get us there.
That's going to be fun to go in there. Hey, we should go over to the Andy Williams Theater, see if Rick's there, and
see who's there.
Rick, the other Rick, and Mary and
yeah. Oh,
wow, that'd be great.
Or what if we go?
It looks like we're going to go from Omaha to Branson right now.
Oh,
and
okay.
being that we're in Omaha, we won't probably do Grand Island, the fair again. And so we'll probably have the 2nd off. So we'll get into Branson on the 2nd.
Guess what? Guess who's going horseback riding?
Yeah. Yeah.
What if we go up to the Andy Williams Moon River Theater and it's all shuttered up?
Oh God, like it's a wonderful life after. Yeah.
Planks crisscrossing the outside.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like it. And all the little cast iron animals that are all up on the Moon River, like they'll have really like gargoyle-y faces and it's all bad.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen.
No.
I love Branson, y'all. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I do.
I don't think it is. It's peaceful.
It's really peaceful.
For that alone.
It was great.
Paul, your freeze right now is fat. I'm taking a picture.
I'm glad.
It's your BabJak act. It's like
those other two didn't look great.
Wait, I'm gonna take it. I'm coming in. This is amazing.
They're taking pictures of the other 2 pictures. Really replace them with this picture because this is cool. Paul looks like he's doing some serious something.
He looks like he's doing magic.
Hey, we'll send it out, and you people caption this picture. Okay.
This is crazy.
Paul,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, Bob Cowsill.
Producing Doves in a Magic Act. This
Robert.
is Paul.
Right on. Beautiful.
Okay, so anyway, let's see. So what do we got?
So we're at the end of Happy Together.
Well, we have. I know we have in the autumn and Christmas time. We have Christmas time. Our Christmas song coming out. We have already booked Vero Beach on January 25th, 2024, and then from there we're going to go to New York City, and the big cutting room night is January 25th, which is a Friday, at the cutting room in New York City, 27th.
New York City.
And that's booked. And from
there.
Well,
hang on now.
Yes, sir.
That's a Thursday.
I'm sorry.
The 25th of January.
Go ahead. Of 2024.
Is a Thursday. The 25th is a Thursday, not a Friday.
Right. So Saturday night on the 20. We want the 25th, the 27th. The 27th is when the cutting room is, whatever night that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm going to start getting ready now.
That gives us a day to get there. And then we're going to book something after that, folks. We're going to be out there for a week during that week in January. It's going to happen.
Hey, now that's very exciting, Bob. That's very exciting.
And then there's
beautiful.
There's the mysterious autumn. Is what there is. There's a mysterious autumn looming in 23. That's all I have to say.
Rhythm of the World, guys, is a baby.
That
is a baby at 4 months old.
Babies can sit up now.
And what we can look forward to this month in terms of its path is our week at Sirius XM 60s Gold is almost done. Lou Simon says it is coming, and it is coming. We have our vintage guitar review coming out this month also. So things are happening all the time, little things, little baby steps to keep going and keep moving.
Listen, Polly, talk about talking to Germany, for crying out loud.
It was great.
What'd they say?
Great. the guy was a big fan of the Cowsills. So, you know, he knew all the other stuff and he was just excited. And then I was telling him about, you know, I have so many relatives in Germany and we want to come over there. And yeah, and it's the biggest magazine. I'm looking for it here. I can't remember the name of it. But there's the vintage guitar. Yeah. And so he's going to do a write-up on Rhythm of the World.
That is awesome.
Yeah, and I'm going to find out when it's out. But
I honestly feel that the Cowsills in Europe, that is a thing, that I just can't shake it. And then the whole London calling, you know.
Yes.
We're hearing from points outside the country. Come here.
They're calling us. That's what's weird. Yeah, that's different. I've released a lot of records. Yeah. We've called them. They've never called me.
You know who's big over in Germany? Honestly, God, Venice. We'll hook up with Mark Lennon and the boys from Venice. They do a tour there every year in Germany. We'll go get on with them. We'll go under their wings, and they can show us all the German things and the German places they play.
Okay, call Kathy.
Together, all right?
Call Kathy. You guys are tight.
Yes.
Her brother's in Venice. We should try and broker that because maybe they're getting tired too. Say, hey, would you like to do half your show?
Yeah. Come on, let's split it, man. Everybody wins.
We'll do the.
I like it.
I'm digging that. Family bands.
But I really think, I don't know.
Vocals.
The German magazine is called Good Times. Oh. And it's spread all over.
Guten Timen.
Yeah, Guten Time. So I got him here. So I'll reach out to him, ask him when it's coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. I thought he was going to give us some facts.
You're going to give us some history. Your Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton's history.
In the spirit of bringing education and factoids that are fun and useful to our audience, we give you Paul today, Hamilton Pufferfish, full of pufferfish knowledge and Hamilton history. Take it, Paul.
Take it, Paul.
Welcome to History Facts. Well, here's the first one. Alexander the Great was accidentally buried alive.
Where and with what?
Okay. Well, what he had, the scientists have come up with this, and what he had was called Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is a situation where it paralyzes you completely. So it seems as though you're dead, but you're mentally aware and you can hear and you will know what's. So he knew what was happening as he was being buried alive.
I have heard of that. That is the thing where, and also, do you know that I think it was common enough or whatever, like they used to put stuff in the coffins with them in case somebody came back to life, they could ring a bell so they could get out of there.
Well, I don't know if that's the reason. The same. I don't think they correlate, but it's a nice one. Yeah.
Wow, what a shame. Now here's the question. I have this question.
He wasn't so great.
So they bury him. Him. Okay, he's 6 feet under. Everyone's sad, or maybe they were happy. I don't know. But he's gone.
Yeah.
Right? In retrospect, later on, with him in the ground, who sits there and figures out, Jesus, I think we may have buried him alive. I mean, who with that?
Maybe he had a bell in there.
No, I think what happened was buried alive, and then he was found, as in excavations, and then they did DNA on him, and they how they can do, and they figured it out. They feel that he had this Guillain-Barré syndrome.
Wow, man, that's no.
What a cool study! And the guy that figured, or the girl, but who gets to go. Listen, the time of death, we need to sit down about this.
Very good one. Yeah. What else you got there, Hamilton history? Hamilton.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And so kind of in retrospect, he wasn't really such an Alexander the Great because they buried him alive. Okay.
I still say that's a quick
Abraham Lincoln.
Uh-oh.
I mean, did they try and stick a knife in him first? I don't know. Okay. Abe Lincoln.
I didn't do nothing. Okay. Abraham Lincoln. I think very few people know this except avid fans of this sport, but he is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Abe Lincoln is?
Abe Lincoln is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. He had 300 bouts, and he only lost one.
Wow.
So he won 299 wrestling matches.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's very
I
tall.
thought so.
So he was also
cool
Amble Abe.
I think he's tall for a wrestler.
Yes, yes.
Maybe back then they had tall wrestlers. But
Yeah, can you imagine? He just kind of spidered around whoever it was.
Yeah.
He was well known all through the Midwest and Illinois and Indiana for this wrestling stuff he did. So good on him. Here's something I found kind of weird. I found how do you practice for this? And it seems kind of a silly thing, but between 1900 and 1920, tug of war was an Olympic sport.
Yes.
Oh,
I knew that.
Come on. You didn't know that. I just think it's a silly thing. I think I'd rather have other things. But
think about it. Think about back in the olden days, you kind of like with rowing, everything was real primitive back then. Colleges even had tug of war, teams.
Right.
Isn't that right? I mean, it was just kind of primitive play. So, if you think about it that way, it makes sense. Yeah. It's a competition.
Yeah.
I wonder how many were on each side of the rope or whatever they were tugging.
Yeah.
20
I was looking for the teams. I don't know. I got to find that. But 50.
And now for the championship, 1,000 men.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I don't know. It'd be interesting. It's probably a 5-man team, I'm sure.
Very, 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 very cool.
Listen to this thing. This will crack you up.
Okay.
22 hours after World War II ended, 22 hours after World War II ended, the country of Russia ran out of vodka.
Wow.
The whole country. Yep, the whole country. There was not a drop of vodka to be had.
I believe that with all my heart.
I do too. There were 3 days of partying in the city. Nobody did nothing. So
wow.
I thought that was interesting. Man, this next thing, Susan, you're going to love this. Because, it's all about oogie boogie doobie doobies. 14 years, okay? 14 years before the Titanic sank. Okay? A guy named Morgan Robertson wrote a novella, which is a short story. Okay? He wrote a novella called Futility. And what this was, Futility was about a ship called Titan that hits an iceberg in the North Atlantic, sinks because, and then the full, and all the deaths are because the Titan didn't have enough lifeboats.
Holy crap.
Right?
That's crazy.
That's
so how many
before the Titanic?
50-50?
He foretold the future.
What?
50-50 or 15 years before?
What? Oh, 14. It's 14 years before the Titanic sank. This guy wrote this novella.
Crazy.
And the ship was called the Titan.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a prophecy, bro. Yeah.
Well, that's it from the world of fun.
That was pretty good. Paul needs to lower his screen. His chin keeps going into the ground, but maybe
Paulie, your screen's moving. Yeah.
It is true. Every Wednesday, a new Cowsill podcast. We've done 77, so we're good for it. It's supposed to come out. Now, there's going to be Wednesdays. You've all had this happen in school. You're sitting there in class. No one's walking in. Where is the teacher? Where is the teacher? And the substitute walks in. Okay. Once in a while, we get caught up. Like Branson was a challenge. I remember once in a while. Last week was a challenge.
Yep.
And what we do is we just put up a rerun episode which is a space filler. We get it. But you're starting to yell at us.
It's a video.
At info@cowsill.com.
Wait a minute. Wait. What? We're getting yelled at? This is exciting. I didn't realize that. Go ahead.
Well, no. Actually, and then she apologized. She said that she spoke to Rassi at first, but clearly, if I'm coming in to get a new episode and there isn't one, I'm disappointed.
Okay.
We can understand that. So that's
but if we put it up on video, then it is something more special, I think. I mean,
you know what? And
I don't know what they're bitching about.
No, now they're not bitching. She wasn't bitching. She was saying
Oh, here comes the next letter.
She's disappointed when
It was her gripe.
you know. But listen, but you make a good point, Paul, because let's explain to people. Look, here's the deal. Because I do. There are a couple of questions about where are the videos? Where are the videos? The audio podcast, everyone is everywhere. I'm going to take you through it. The audio podcast is everywhere that podcasts are found. Easy to click, easy to hear, and they're all there, all episodes. And all you do to get to the video, you go to YouTube, put in Cowsill's podcast and the guest's name, and boom, at the top of your screen is that episode right there. You can do it with all of them. That's the quickest way to find the video portion of the episode you want.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube.
Okay, good deal. Thank you, Bob.
Podcast, Bill Medley. Boom. Top of the screen, Bill Medley. There he is.
First of all, here's what's funny. It's like I don't think anybody's even watching us. So I forget that somebody might actually go there to see the next one. I mean, I'm just happy to know that they like us. So if she's a little upset, it's only because she likes us. So that's good.
Right. She was disappointed.
Yeah,
so
disappointed, not bitching, Paul.
Once in a while, we're going to come up on a week, and Susan's going to get caught up in something.
Yeah.
And as she puts it, she's going to need, and we're going to take all together now, snow day.
Snow day.
Snow day. Don't you know?
It's no day.
There is a deadline each week. So if you miss the deadline, well, then you sit back and go, well, too bad, because there's no sense doing it now because you missed the deadline. You got to work on next week.
So I think also what might be cute and fun is and of course, we will only use this in emergencies, but if and when we do have to do a snow day episode, we call it that. That way, when they're coming in, they'll know the chick right away. Our lady will go, uh-oh, snow day. I've already seen it.
And people, read the write-up. There's a little paragraph with each episode, and I'll start labeling when it's that situation.
Okay, we'll call it snow day episode.
Maybe on the cruise that'll happen, right, guys? Remember last summer?
Yes, it will happen on the cruise. Let's get prepared. Yes.
But we can't re-release video versions. Everything's been video since then. We'll have to do something else. We'll probably have to do episodes on the cruise. We'll talk about that, Paul.
We could, because May is really clean for everybody. We could use May and do like 2 a week, or facilitate ourselves through the Happy Together summer. I don't know if we would be able to do enough of them to do that.
We did it once.
We can get a lot done.
We did it once. We need to get ahead by 12. We need to, although we can do 2 of them on the breaks. We'll figure that out, folks. Some exciting thing for the Cowsill's podcast.
Very exciting.
Yes, Rhythm of the World is coming out on vinyl. The answer is yes.
Yes.
April 15th is Record Store Day. Coming up next month, or the month after next, April 15th.
God, really quickly.
When we're on stage in West Virginia, really on April 15th, we're going to have albums of Rhythm of the World available.
That's insane.
And that's going to be kind of cool.
That's incredible.
I mean,
that is coming. They are coming, kids.
Full circle,
they're going to be green too, gang. They're going to be green.
We're going to have a record out, y'all.
Yeah, when you pull the disc out, you're going to go, whoa, look at that.
But is that a limited edition? Oh.
The first 250 are
I don't know.
I do.
It is. So if you want a green one, you best get on it.
The first 250 are the green disc, and from that point forward, they will be black.
Because it's very expensive to be green.
Very nice. I love the
limited edition that gets 250 gone like that. In fact, I might buy some.
Again, from info@cowsill.com. We want you to know we read these. So there's a question. Why don't we have sign-in sheets for the Hall of Fame? I'll go first.
Wait, what?
At our concerts, you know how we have our merch table.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a way to sign up the petition to go into the Hall of Fame at our concerts? Okay.
I see.
My answer is that the setting of those merch tables after a concert are so chaotic and so insane. I guess we could put a piece of paper there, but I don't know. It makes me a little uncomfortable. Then what do we send it to the Hall of Fame in the mail the next day, or how's that work? I don't know.
I mean, are we supposed to
we
supposed to submit it ourselves, and isn't that tacky?
Yeah. Also, our we all have egos. We admit the three of us that, in fact, the three of us together have one huge ego. But we have egos, and our egos really don't allow us to take the stance of we belong in the Hall of Fame, and you need to put us there. Now, if you guys want it, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is not how our egos look.
That would be hard. That would be hard.
Maybe somebody could head that up.
Yeah.
There is
whoever asked. Hey, Bob.
There is an online petition, and the only point this person was probably making, but you're going to see 100,000 people this summer. We put things on the merch table,
right?
Happy together, information things. I do
have an idea, guys. I have an idea. We could, on the merch table, put up a sign or whatever, and it says, per request of fans, because they want to be able to sign it. We could verb it where it doesn't look like we're, begging like we are.
Or, to not have a cluster feed at the merch tables. Signing, it could be another line in and of itself. We need to devise a way that we could build some kind of platform, and then they could do it online.
Okay,
and that would be gathering
Sean would know how to
signatures
do
that way.
Sean Kelly would know how to do that.
There already is an online. There already is an online petition that you can go to and sign. It's got
You're a genius, Paul.
It's got lots of signatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that? Can we give the people that information so they can go right now and sign up?
I think Cowsill, if you go to cowsill.com, the petition, or go up into the field and put any of us, we should see if that's true, if it's still alive and well, but put petition to have Cowsill's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the address field, and whatever's there is going to pop up, You can just Google it.
Right.
But hey, you guys, I don't know. Can you imagine, so we do this on the Happy Together merch table, our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
The other 5 bands, and somebody gets there and says, "Oh, you seen the Cowsills? They think they're Rock and Roll Hall of Fame."
No.
The Buckinghams might have something to say about that.
No. That is not going to happen.
I hear you.
It's not going to happen.
No, but I hear what he's saying.
I hear what he's saying too, but here's the thing. That's not going to happen. And I like the idea of, maybe what we should do in our podcast is mention that people should go sign up. It's just nothing I think about.
Yeah, if you're so inspired, because you know what? There are many members in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that you've never heard of them or their music. It's the truth. Go look.
It's true.
It's more about, it's not about how many hits you had. It's not how many records. It's a bigger story. It's a bigger picture you bring with you, which we candidly have, by the way. But that's what's going on in the Hall of Fame. It's not just record sales. It's what else did you do? And Susan still hasn't been beat as the youngest artist in the top 10 pop charts of history. She was.
It's going to be tough. You're going to have to be 7.
Younger than Donny Osmond.
I say it every show.
Yeah, you sure do.
There's reasons, and in this area where this petition is a long list of justifications as to why we should be there. So it does exist.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it'd be great. There's some things that they listed, like, I don't know, just because that happened that we're in the Hall of Fame, but it goes on and on about different things in that,
Very interesting. Very well. Look,
it's cumulative.
Maybe we could find out. Look, we could do this. We could do make it a project. We could find out how many signatures there are, if it's up and running still, if it exists, how many there are, how many we would need to make it happen, and we could start a campaign just for the hell of it, because this guy thinks we should.
We'll back a campaign if we started. Well, if you want to be that bold, then we can say we're here to claim our legacy.
Start is we'll just say it every podcast, like we repeat everything.
We got to send a letter. We have to send a letter to Dave Grohl, because Dave Grohl's in charge of everything now when it comes to the Hall of Fame. He gets people in he likes, and he's got a lot of control for whatever reason.
Do we need to become pals with Dave Grohl? Is that what you're saying? I think
like our band. He seems like a silly kind of guy like us.
Yeah.
He's not all serious, Dave Grohl. He's not.
What band's he in? What's his band?
He was in Nirvana.
Oh, Nirvana. Very nice. That's a nice
and he had that other band, the big famous band. He is Pearl Jam or something.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters, yeah.
Everybody goes Foo Fighting.
The Cowsills, as one interesting factoid, the Cowsills were awarded more gold records than 100 of the current inductees in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Run that by me again, please.
A little relative comment, where it's not just record sales, okay?
We have more gold records
awarded more gold records than 100 of the current. Now, there's hundreds and hundreds, but more than 100 of them are in there who had less hits than we did. So it's just bigger pictures. Now, if I hit Hall of Fame, check out the Hall of Fame site.
Oh, you should see what's going on over here. I'm not using mine today. I miss Shiva.
Shish, Shiva. Sheesh.
You do.
Sheesh, Shiva.
I just do. I miss wondering about
on this website, Future Rock.
While Bob's looking that up,
that says the Cowsills not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We've been eligible since 1993, by the way.
Holy, that's when my daughter was born, for crying out loud.
Recording 1967. We haven't been considered yet. Essential songs, Rain in the Park and Other Things in Hair. Will the Cowsills be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Music excellence is the essential qualification for induction.
I think we have that.
And then you yourself can hit yes or no. Okay, right there.
We can vote for ourselves like it's.
Should the Cowsills be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Yes or no? Right there.
Does it say how many votes we have?
No, I just Googled it to this site.
Oh, okay.
And came up with this one. I had not seen this. This comments. There's comments below. They did inspire the Partridge Family. These are the kinds of things that go into your resume for rock and roll.
Yes.
What did you inspire? Who did you inspire? Well, we had our hands on the Osmonds before they went Jackson 5-1 Bad Apple route. But without passing through us, they didn't get to the Jackson sound.
Right. And we also inspired a country to drink milk. A whole country.
And there's a big
We also inspired the Vietnam War dudes.
Yeah, big write-up. Yeah, we were the first to endorse a product that was uncool back then.
Yeah.
It was selling out.
Stuff. Hey, this guy has a very good point.
Okay, so anyway, yeah. But no, we're not going to have signatures on our merch table.
Yeah. That's not going to. Hey, I know this is off of the beaten path, but I got to let everybody know that the movie titled Fableman is incredible. Just the best movie. It's Steven Spielberg's new movie.
Oh, about kind of his life?
Fableman.
His biography.
So to speak. You got to see it. It's great.
You saw it in Madras or Portland?
I saw it streaming wherever I was in the world.
Oh, okay.
It won awards. It's getting some awards. It's up against some big ticket items.
Go ahead, Paulie. Go ahead.
Well, me and Bob get the movies, because we're SAG-AFTRA. And so these movies come. So that's how I got Fableman. They sent it to me to judge on it. Man, I loved it.
That's cool.
Very good. Yeah. Very good. Well, thank you. And now look, Bob, wasn't there a question that you got? Also something about TV shows.
What TV shows do you guys watch?
Paul watches Curse of Oak Island. And then I love the Gold Rush, Bering Sea Gold. So all the gold shows I really enjoy. Wow. I love 90 Day Fiancé a whole lot. For some reason, I've gotten captured by Siesta Key, which is a lot like the Hills show from back in the day, just a bunch of young people having drama. But it's I enjoyed that.
What's it called? And what is that one called? That last one?
Oh, Siesta Key. Siesta Key. It's in Florida. It's a key in Florida.
Oh, the Keys. Okay.
Those islands trickling down. Yeah. And it's just a bunch of rich people. And so also there is, I love Law and Order. I love all the FBI. So I watch all 3 Law and Orders, all 3 FBIs, and then and sports and Survivor. The normal stuff.
Do you do Housewives anymore? Do you do Housewives anymore?
No.
Okay, very good.
No. 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay, took the place. Okay, Bob, you go.
That's me.
absolutely. If I could equate anything to what Sunday nights was like with Ed Sullivan, it's 90 Day Fiance. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, now I'm into the last group of couples. Now, this group of couples, they're gonna have to win me over. I'm open and I'm ready to roll.
And what station are they on? I can never find them.
I think they're on the Learning TLC or
TLC.
maybe or I don't know.
Yeah, TLC.
Anyway,
but 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on TLC.
Okay, all right, so keep going. That can't be all.
And then I can roll continual episodes of either American Greed and To Catch a Smuggler. Hey, Paul's got a good. He's not even frozen.
Wow.
Now I guess his eye was.
Oh, you got us on that, Paulie.
Yeah, I'm going through my shows. I respected you going through your shows. I want some respect here. People aren't. You know.
Okay,
no, you're not listening. No.
I am, Bob.
No, you're not. You're laughing at him.
Well,
you think I haven't lived this life? Okay. All right. I like Law and Order too, but I don't like Special Victims. I like Criminal Intent, and I only like with D'Onofrio with playing Bobby. That's the team I like. And
that's the old Law and Order, straight up. Yeah,
it's old, but he tries to be the Columbo. He's got his moves and he looks at people sideways. I really like it. I will stop on Planet Earth. Good. I'll stop on Planet Earth and Godfather 2 about equally. If I'm going through, I'll stop on each one of those and watch them for a while for sure. Love Planet Earth. And I guess that's enough, and then sports, of course, sports. Yeah.
Okay.
Susan, what's on the menu?
Personally, me, I religiously watch General Hospital and have since Grammy's House. And so that's 60 years ago.
All right.
So General Hospital for sure. And of course, it used to be All My Children, but we all know what happened there when we had Michael on. So we got the details of that. So that's not going on anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun having Michael on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I watch Dr. Phil every day. I tend to travel around the documentary areas. Oh. I like history documentaries on people. I like This House, the history on all the houses that were built, like all the mansions in Newport, every house of any of that matters coming up in the New World. Mm-hmm. Now, when we were in Branson, me, Bob, and Paul had our own little apartments, and we'd come home from work every night, and then we would start texting each other on what we were all watching. And this is when I did learn to watch 90 Day Fiance. Now, you would think that I would be the one bringing 90 Day Fiance to my brothers to watch, but no, they both singularly were watching it. So started watching that, started watching Smugglers, started watching Oak Island with Paul, The Curse of Oak Island. But mostly I watched Dr. Phil, General Hospital, and documentaries about reincarnation and lost civilizations.
I got one. Very good. One more. I love revenge westerns. Westerns where the guy, he's a rancher, and they came and they killed his wife and kids and his dog.
Oh my God.
And his dog. And the rest of the
always
movie
happens that way.
And he's a mild guy, but he's been pushed to his limit. And the rest of the movie is him chasing him down. It is so good. There've been big stars in movies like that.
Was it Clint Eastwood or was it?
I bumped into John Travolta and other.
And then Richard Harris, Man Called Horse.
Oh, well, we loved A Man Called Horse.
Wow, those are epics. Yeah, those are epic.
It was part of the dealio.
I remember we watched BabJak like 20 times.
Yeah.
BabJak. Yeah, BabJak. Interesting. I have an interesting tidbit about BabJak. When BabJak first came out, it came out on this Saturday, and I was going to boot camp the next day, and Aunt Elle and Dean Roberts and myself went and saw BabJak. That's what we did the night before I went to boot camp. Yeah, it was BabJak. That's how long ago that came out.
Was that before or after we shaved your head in the house, in the Glendale kitchen?
After.
Okay.
After.
But that week, right?
What?
That was that same
What are we
week.
talking?
That where we shaved your head,
As
you went
what?
to boot camp, you saw the movie.
Something to do with
No, they
BabJak.
shaved my head in boot camp.
Oh.
We shaved my head when I got in that little bit of trouble.
No,
while
I
was
know that, but I thought you had it. Oh no, you pierced your ear before you left the first time. You did something the night before, and Mom freaked out.
The night before BabJak?
And Mom and
I'm trying to get back to the topic.
Little BabJak.
Yeah, I saw BabJak the night before I left, and I left with hair. Got there and then no hair.
Not. You cut your hair because you were going to have to get it shaved, and it was really long.
All right, can we do an episode on Paul?
Trust me, Mom and Dad were nowhere around when I went in the service.
Well, when you got your ear pierced at Glendale House, then?
Me and John did that at Morrison, when I was a page. Me and John pierced each other's ears, and you were there, Susan. So I don't know what you're talking
about. I'm totally cross-collateralizing
you are.
all these stories.
That is
yeah. It's chronologicalness.
Yes. Are you guys done with that?
When you're a runaway at 11. What, Bob?
Are you guys done with that ear and head shaving thing? I don't know how.
Yeah, I think so.
We are.
BabJak got into that, but whatever. Anyway.
All right. Well, we settled the BabJak issue. Paul saw the movie with Annell and Dean. Whoa.
Jeez, what a crazy night.
Let's tell them. So for you folks who are interested, yes, we fell in love with, I think two musicals for sure. Paint Your Wagon. And Camelot. Paint Your Wagon was crazy. And Camelot
it still is.
The long Camelot with the intermission, not the truncated little clipped up one that cuts everything out.
Yeah.
Paul, for you people who didn't know, while I was talking, Paul was doing his Stevie Wonder imitation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, he was good on the Grammys, man. Did you see him on the Grammys? Did you guys?
I missed the Grammys.
I missed the Grammys.
Stevie and Smokey Robinson, they always have legacy acts.
Yes.
They did Higher Ground with Stevie Wonder. It was cooking. It was cooking.
Really? Because sometimes those can be really bogus. Okay, may I bring this? Can I bring us then to the halftime show? And I would like to hear what you boys think.
You measured up.
Halftime show, Super Bowl.
I was wondering what the white guys and gals were. I wondered if those costumes, were they supposed to be clouds in the sky, or I didn't quite get that. And I wasn't familiar with Rihanna's hits. I know she did that was a medley of her hits that she did.
The Umbrella song I knew.
I thought that was kind of cool. I did like that Umbrella song, but I didn't I didn't know enough of her stuff. So for me, I would have liked the guy from the last Super Bowl, that guy who was out there, and he had that song that he did, but you know what? It wasn't offensive at all. I thought it was kind of cool, and she was pregnant, and I was happy for her being pregnant and all that. But man, she had some cojones to be up on that platform so high.
I know. That's what Russ was saying. Like, man, would you do it? I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that.
Man, I don't know what that felt like. I would have to feel what it felt like as it went up in the air, that platform. But she was sky high, baby.
My thing about it is,
I dug it.
It's just like, I guess for me, it's like, are we having a music show, or are we having a certain, like an event? I mean, I think I'm always looking for more musical continuity and content, or connectedness with. How do you connect with the Super Bowl? But so it's always so. If I think of it that way, if I think of it like Cirque du Soleil or something, then it's cool. Then I don't mind it as much. I liked last year's better too. Bob?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I'd like to know your opinion.
Oh, I feel like I've been staring out the window.
Well, let's just come to class.
I did watch the whole thing. I thought visually it was gorgeous.
Right.
I love the platforms and the way it just floated through the whole arena, and visually great. I'm with Paul in terms of, I wasn't familiar with her songs, but listening to them, I said, these must be her hits. Okay, so we're going to go through her little catalog. Mm-hmm. Now, from an outside listener, hearing everything lined up next to each other, it did have a little flatlineness to me in terms of there weren't a lot of peaks and valleys to the music or the singing or the show.
And the beat,
the
beat was the same every time. Yeah.
I would have, on those platforms, would have preferred her to sing the entire song of Stay and just melt everyone away with that song. She didn't even do Stay.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to see Eminem. I was one of those people.
Yeah, because he was a big part of her career coming up.
Yeah. But in terms of, it was a little flatline to me. And she sounded the same on every song, but she's very good. I happen to know that the Super Bowl, you are not allowed to bring in live music. They're not going to tolerate it. They're not going to plug it in. They don't want anything to do with it. So you're going to sing with your track or sing with your voice or however you're going to put that together. It is more of a visual event production kind of thing. They scanned a band behind her once. I mean, they were irrelevant visually,
I guess that's,
yeah.
Everything's mixed properly, sounds as good as you can get it to sound, and wonderful. And my favorite one of the top 2-3 was the one that had Beyonce and Bruno Mars, because those two were just so, I'll just never forget it when they were
that was a good one,
coming at each other.
And I don't even,
Bruno is so cool. But there were other big ones from the old days. But I read many articles. They're saying, what is going on with the Super Bowl? Doesn't anybody know that so-and-so is still alive? Why aren't they doing something? Some big legacy deserve to be their acts,
I mean, I remember when U2 did it. It was amazing. That was a band. When there was a band and
these artists outbid each other for the Super Bowl. They pay.
I know, nobody getting paid
big money because they're going to be in front of a billion people. And now the Super Bowl got hip to that. They used to pay the artists. Yeah. And that flipped. I forget what year.
Yeah.
Times have changed, kids.
Yeah. It's like paying for your star on the Walk of Fame. You pay the city council like $3,000 in Hollywood.
Yeah, like how we pay people to get on Fallon.
Hey,
Hey, my lips to God's ears.
With the Grammys, you guys, we had a little conversation about Bonnie Raitt and her song and her getting Song of the Year. And we put some feelers out and heard from some people. And, a lot of the reasons people get a song like that against competition like that, one of the things was interesting. I noticed it when the Song of the Years were passing on the screen. Oh, you guys didn't see it. Bonnie Raitt said, songwriter Bonnie Raitt, Beyonce's had 7 songwriters under it. You couldn't read them fast enough because 5 of them who didn't write the song contracted in because it's going to sell a bazillion.
That's so wacky, man.
That's kind of one issue,
Yeah, I heard about that issue.
Yeah, that's kind of nutty buddy, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've come a long way in our little musical.
So, next guest is going to be Jim BabJak of the
Smithereens.
Smithereens.
And that guy
he has a story,
an incredible career.
Beautiful. Yeah. And then
in particular, because he's got all the commercials he's done and placing songs in movies and TV shows. Gee,
and he's a sweetheart. I love him.
He's the best.
And then after that, boy, we have
Kevin Jonas.
Kevin Jonas, the father of the Jonas Brothers. I swear to God.
Hey, we should just say for the next couple of weeks, we'll just say Kevin Jonas because kids will tune in thinking it's Kevin.
They'll think it's Kevin.
It's
you guys. I want you to go look at the Jonas Brothers roast.
Oh, okay.
Go watch it, please. It's current. It is hilarious. Kevin's in it. The parents are there.
Okay.
And they dudes. I mean, they are on each other and their wives, and it's beautiful. You got to go watch it. Look it up. Jonas Brothers roast. Miranda and I watched it. It's phenomenal.
All about that, So we'll line up our questions about.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting.
Tell us how you would have done it. So our dad did this. Would you have done that?
Yeah, I think they got a pretty.
All right, guys. I think
all right, dudes.
Yeah, it was nice to just have a quiet talk and fill everyone.
Yeah.
Rhythm of the World's going great, guys. We're on a 2-year plan. We've got a lot to go, a lot to come. Some of it we
very excited.
It's coming.
That's right.
Lots going on. Life is good. There's a whole lot of love.
So come out and see us out there and these shows. We will pump them out for you. And
gonna pump them out. Try and keep those snow day episodes to a minimum.
And I just want to let everybody know. And I'm going to put you in this category, Bob. I didn't really count yours, but I counted mine. And every time I was doing it, you were doing it. So me and Bob, and this is individual, we each drank about 62 pina coladas on the last cruise. And we're going to go for a record this time of 76.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a glucose
No,
hold down.
Hey, I'm a veteran of this. I did this with McRibs once. I did 16 one year, and the next year I did 19, and then I stopped.
Oh, got you.
I didn't want to break
There's
the record.
no more McRibs, brothers.
Paul taught me about the virgin pina coladas in terms of how to do it. You order, believe it or not, you order 3 because one you're going to take down. The third one you want to sit there for a while because it's going to get a little milkier and a little softer. It's going to melt.
Less brain freeze.
The middle one's going to take you through the food. I mean, it's just a beautiful system.
I can't wait.
Yeah, they taste so good.
I can't wait, really.
And you're far away enough from the blender that's wherever that is that you don't hear them blending.
Yes.
That would make me cause to get a Mai Tai instead of a blended drink. But it's far away. You don't hear the blender. It's awesome.
It comes to you. You order it and it comes.
It's wild.
It's just like magic.
I can't wait.
All right. Well, with all this anticipation of virgin pina coladas, I'm going to leave you guys.
Oh, and by the way, since today it happened that we're here today, happy Valentine's Day. We taped this on the 14th.
Happy Valentine's Day.
People know that.
Susan, I'm making dinner for Louis tonight.
Susan, the lighting, by the way, from the candles is beautiful.
Thank you.
Takes years off of you. Off.
Ooh, maybe we should do this at night more often, boys.
No, it's that soft lighting. I've seen that soft lighting below people before.
Paul's frozen.
It's beautiful. It's the way to end this.
It's how he entered.